From the East and the West, you've heard others, but now you've tuned into the best. This is a Prime Wave Media production.
What's up, world? It's the one and only Pop DBICD, PrimeTime Capper, and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. And man, it is the day. Today, I'm headed to the Versace Mansion in a few hours. Well, actually, in about 90 minutes or so. But you know what? We got a show to do. I haven't done a show all week, but you know what time it is. It's time to get into the money, baby. You already know. But let's go ahead and talk about what happened last night. Knicks ousted. 103-89 victory for the Hawks last night. And this is a team that had no expectations this season. And pretty much they went ahead and they shocked the world a little bit. They were able to get the 4th seed in the East, but the East was a little easy this year, but it's okay. It is okay. The New York Knicks are officially back. A lot of people, were excited about the Knicks coming back. We all thought that they could possibly get to the next round, but that did not happen. And you know what? At the end of the day, it is what it is. And, hey, we're just going to go ahead and keep flowing with the flow and go where we go. You know what I mean? Because the Knicks, they had no expectations. They already had the Knicks pegged as the guys drafting first this year as well, too. So, there's a lot of things that happened very well, that happened for the Knicks that worked out very well for the Knicks as well this season. So, there's nothing to look down upon, frown upon, or anything of that nature. It was Julius's first playoff run. Derrick Rose was very instrumental in the only win of the series as well, too. But let me go ahead and give the Hawks their props. Trae Young stepped it up, showing that he is a part of the new era, the new wave of the NBA, and showing that he is here to stay and pretty much got a big win. And this is considered an upset in this series as well, too. But Nate McMillan is a coach that has advanced in the playoffs before, and he knew exactly what it took to get this team over the top. So congratulations to the Hawks, who are now moving forward. They're going to be playing the 76ers in the next round. That should be a pretty good series as well. Betting-wise, I think that series goes about 5 to 6 games, but most likely 6 games. I think Atlanta winds up getting a few wins at home and make it a little interesting for all of us. So at the end of the day, hey, congratulations to the Hawks. Knicks, you had a great season, but it is over. All right, we move on. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about the Wizards' miracle run. It comes to in Philly. The 76ers advance with a 129-112 victory over the Wizards as well, too. That was an actual, that was a pretty good moment and everything for the 76ers because they're a well-oiled machine as the first seed here in the playoffs and everything like that. And I think that at the end of the day, this team is going to really, really relish the fact that they're here, that they're making big moves, and that they're going to be advancing. So, it's going to be tough a little bit with the Hawks, but I think they'll be able to get past that series as well, too. I actually have the 76ers pegged to win the East this year as well, too. And most likely they could probably win the title if they don't face off with the Lakers, because I'm telling you, the Lakers are probably the West's best chance this year, but we'll talk about that when we get to the state of the Lakers. But all in all, the Wizards had a miracle run. Russell Westbrook went ahead and averaged another triple-double this season. He's a triple-double machine coming down the stretch well, too. Bradley Beal, if the team was better, possibly could have been an MVP candidate as well this year. I had him as a top 5 MVP candidate all year long, and I think that these guys had themselves a very monumental moment when they went on that run, and they showed that they can win with this bunch. And when they get back to Rook from Israel next year, they should be able to look pretty good and be right there in the Southeast making some moves, man. But all in all, though, they have to go as well, too, and the 76ers advance. So we're getting on to our next topic in hand, and that's going to be the Mavs pull out another win over the Clippers, winning 105-100 to go up 3-2. Are the Clippers in trouble? Probably not. But the thing is, though, at the end of the day, that was a huge win for the Mavs. The Mavs have won all three games on the road. here. They lost both their home games. This is kind of in reverse right here, but the Clippers have the idea that they could probably go in here and win this game, move forward, probably in this series this weekend, but no, it's not going to happen. It looks like this series could be having to 7 games, but all in all, though, this one is going to be one for the Bucks. I already knew this was going to be a close series, as is. I took the 3-1 on the Mavs as well, so hopefully that does cash out for everybody who jumped on that ticket as well, too, in this series. So we're right where we want to be at here, 3-2 with the Mavs to go ahead and close this thing out. But you know what? This series is too sketch to really, really be up in here thinking that, hey, we got a big shot here, blah, 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 blah. But you know what? At the end of the day, though, this will work out for, pretty much will work out for whoever wants it more. And I think that right now the Mavs are kind of leaning way too hard on Luka, and hopefully they can get some support for him in the next game and actually make this a game that they don't turn back, don't look back, just go ahead and just put the Clippers out. That's it, and that's all. So with that, we're going to go ahead and check out our proud sponsors here, and that's going to be The Hat Club, and they are absolutely the best. And you guys can go ahead and get that drip. You guys can go ahead and be shining, looking good, all that good stuff. And you guys can go ahead and get a 10% discount on any $50 order or better. Once again, that's a 10% discount on any $50 order or better. That is in the show description and the links. So you guys go ahead and check it out. And you guys get on thehatclub.com. And with that, we'll be right back with the premier sports betting show, the Primetime Angles Live, with the one and only Pop DiBiase, the Primetime Capital.
Good News Only Racing Club, led by the legendary Doug O'Neill, the trainer of 2 Kentucky Derby winners, and I'll have another in Nyquist. Also trained 2-time Breeders' Cup champ Golden Sense, who are just a part of a long list of thoroughbred champions trained by Doug O'Neill. The Good News Only Racing Club has a young core of horses to look out for in Dennis's Celery, Irish Heatwave, and Notre Dame, just to name a few. Win the day every day with the Good News Only Racing Club, a proud sponsor of the NFL Bet Exchange.
From the East and the West, you've heard others, but now you've tuned into the best. This is a Prime Wave Media production.
Tune into Big Wave Boxing every week with a brand new guest with the one and only Pop DiBiase, the Primetime Capital, getting the best boxing stories, best boxing angles, and the truth when it all comes down to the sweet science. Tune into Big Wave Boxing on the Prime Wave Media channel on YouTube.
All right, we are back with the premier sports betting show, the Primetime Angles Live, with the one and only Pop DiBiase live from Miami. So let's go ahead and check out the Blue Crew Daily. The Dodgers, 11th spot in the first inning yesterday, wind up getting a 14-3 victory over the Cardinals as well, too. It was a big day for, pretty much every Dodger that was a part of the game. So we're going to go ahead and look into the stats real quick. And, man, it was a game. It was a game for the Dodgers. And they go ahead and close out that series with a 2. They closed out that series winning 2 out of 3 as well, too. That was pretty good for the Dodgers. Albert Pujols got to go against his former team, the team that brought him into the league, the team that really he's famous for being with. So it all started off with a big-time first inning. The Dodgers gave up an early homer with Walker Buehler on the mound. But then Cody Bellinger hit his first jack of the year, which wound up being a grand slam, which really put the game over the top. And Dodger Stadium was going crazy. And Cody Bellinger also had 6 RBIs in the first inning. So pretty much for a guy coming off an injury and needing to go ahead and get his power up, he powered right on up. And so pretty much that was the ball game right there with the Dodgers. And that was pretty much the only homer that the Dodgers had for the game. Everything else was singles and doubles and things of that nature that drove in runners. And you know what? The Dodgers were too bagging it a lot yesterday as well too. So they did a lot of work against this team. They looked very good doing it as well too. So pretty much with that, they go ahead, they move forward. They're 33-23 on the season as well too. They had a bad weekend, to be honest with you. They've actually dropped their last 4 out of 6 games as well. You know, they lost 3 out of 4 to the Giants this weekend as well. You know, this is our first show of the week, so you know I'm a little behind, but it's okay. So the Dodgers drop back to 3rd place, but that's only temporary. We all know this as well too. The Dodgers will be back in stride as soon as they go on another winning streak. You know, the Dodgers peeled off a lot of wins. They're 10 games above 500 right now, and they have the best pitcher in the National League and maybe in all of baseball for this year, going out and going against the Braves on Thursday. The Dodgers do have an off day today, and they are going to be looking to try to, you know, get a good lather up here against the Braves, a team that they played in the NLCS last year that took them to the final game as well too. The Dodgers were down 3-1 in this series, and a lot of people, and at some points during the comeback to get back in the series, the Dodgers looked like they could lose the series. And in Game 7, they did have to come from behind. So, you know, this is starting to turn into a little bit of a rivalry here. So we're going to see how it goes. But Braves-Dodgers Thursday should be a lot of fun. I look forward to it, and I hope you guys tune in for it. It should be a good weekend for the Dodgers. Should move forward very well for the team as well. So, you know, pretty much you're coming back on Friday for a 3-gamer, and we'll go from there. All right, so let's go ahead and look at our early game today. This is going to be the Red Sox at the Astros. The Red Sox coming in plus 125, while the Astros are minus 150. We do have ourselves a decent pitching matchup here. We have Patrick Corbin, Tucker Davidson going at it. And, you know, pretty much, I'm sorry, that's for the Nationals game. This is for our game, the Red Sox-Astros game. This game is going to be plus 115 right now on the books, minus 140 to the Astros, but the early line is what that was. Jake Odorizzi will be on the mound for the Astros, while Martin Perez takes the mound for the Red Sox. Martin Perez has been having a really good season this year compared to his years in Texas. 48 strikeouts, over 17 walks, and he's 3-2 on the year with a 3.55 ERA. Jake Odorizzi, the good savvy vet, 0-2 on the year, 6.75 ERA, only 15 strikeouts, over 4 walks. We all know that he's a pitch-to-contact pitcher, so, you know, pretty much that's what it is with him. And at the end of the day, this should be a really good game. And what I'm looking at here, I think that we got to go in the direction of, you know, maybe going after the underdog today here, because I like the Red Sox pitcher a bit more than Odorizzi here. I think Martin Perez is going to deal today. I like the Red Sox with the money line plus 115. All right, we move forward. And we have the Rangers and the Rockies. The Rangers coming into this game very middling, and the Rockies middling as well too. 2 of the worst teams in the league going at it in an early spot as well too. 12-10 start on the West Coast, 3-10 start here in the Florida Keys. But yeah, Folty Newitz is going to be on the mound for the Rangers. 1-5 on the year, 4.31 ERA. 44 strikeouts, over 16 walks. Austin Gomber is going to be pitching for the Rockies today. 3-5 on the season, 4.55 ERA. Strikeout to walk ratio is very good. 60 strikeouts, over 23 walks. So you got 2 teams middling when it comes to hitting and everything like that. I think what goes down here is that you got a Rangers team that has a very good veteran on the mound. I know he's been struggling a little bit, but this is a good spot for him against the Rockies, who are 22nd in the league right now when it comes to hitting average and everything like that. Actually, 14th. But all in all, though, 236 batting average on the year. That's atrocious in my opinion. But, you know, pretty much this right here, I think, winds up being a good value spot for you. I like the Rangers with the minus 1.5 here. I think that they'll be able to make some money for you. And we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it shakes out, and we'll move forward from there. We have a good NL Central matchup here coming up. We got the Tigers and the White Sox. The White Sox have Lance Lynn on the mound, who's absolutely dealing this year. 6-1 on the year, 1.20 ERA, 57 strikeouts, over 15 walks. And also, they have Casey Mize on the mound for the Tigers, who's been decent, 47 strikeouts over 20 walks, 3-3 on the year, 2.8 ERA. And this game looks like it could be one that's going to be much closer than it looks on paper. So I do like the Tigers on the spread today with the plus 1.5. I think that they are going to be able to mix it up a little bit with their bitter rival, the Chicago White Sox. So we're going to see how this one goes, see how this shakes out. I think that today the Detroit will be all in this game, and it is a big value play for all the dog bettors out there as well too. It's at plus 185 as we speak. It's opened up at plus 180. I think it will creep up to plus 200 once the bettors start putting their money down on the White Sox. So let's go ahead and move on to our next spot. Another American League divisional game between the Mariners and the Angels. Angels coming in here minus 160 favorite, over under 8.5. You got the Mariners plus 135 today as well too. I think with you have Justice Sheffield on the mound for the Mariners, and then for the Angels you're gonna have Griffin Canning. So when you look at it, both pitchers are very comparable. And I think what happens here is that you have a really bad Mariners team when it comes to hitting. They're 30th in the league. Now you have a really good Angels team when it comes to hitting. They're 7th in the league. But I think what happens here today is we're going to go get a monster over in this spot. And I think that's exactly what happens here. So I'm going to take the over 8.5 today. I think that's the play here. So let's go ahead and see how it shakes out. This should be good money. Single it if you like it that much. And we go from there. All right. Now we have ourselves the final game here, but I do have an extra game here for the primetime pick six, so don't worry about that part right there. We have ourselves a very, very good game here. Cubs at the Giants. Cubs coming in plus 105, slim dog, and the Giants are minus 130 today. So when you look at the comparisons and you look at how everything works out in this game, you'll have yourself a very good pitching matchup, in my opinion. I think what happens here is both teams know what time it is. You got Zach Davies on the mound, the savvy vet, and then Deska Scalfani, who used to pitch for the Reds, knows the Cubs very well. So this should be a good game. All in all, I think the under is the play here as well too. At the end of the day, I think that's exactly where we all need to go to here. And I see, it's going to be windy. It's going to be one of those good San Francisco nights, and I think if we're right on the money here with the under. Zach Davies is a decent pitcher, but you know what? He's walking a lot of guys as well too this year. And Descalfani is having a really, really good season. But he was having a good year last year with the Reds as well too. So, no surprise here. So all in all, with that, we go ahead and check out our sponsor, and that's going to be Stacy Adams. Stacy Adams. Go ahead and get the L&K 10. You guys can go ahead and get that drip drop. And you guys be looking good for your events, the club, all that good stuff. So you guys check out Stacy Adams. Absolute great company. And you guys know they got some of the smoothest shoes in the game as well, too. So check them out. Stacy Adams, another proud sponsor of the Premier Sports Betting Show, the Primetime Angles Live. All right, so we will be right back. And you guys stay tuned.
The Viget app, where social media meets sports betting. Get the latest line movements in all major sports. Track your daily bets, daily contests, the NFL over-under contest that pays out $10K in cash prizes. This is a cutting-edge app that helps betting be easy. Sign up with the reference code POPDBIC and you will be able to watch my daily show, The Primetime Angles, as a resource to building that bankroll. Viget is available in your Apple or Google Store on your iOS or Android. The social sports betting app, Viget.
From the East and the West, you've heard others, but now you've tuned into the best. This is a Prime Wave Media production.
All right, we're back. Boy, oh boy, it is humid. So you know I'm cooking. Big old turkey. All right, we're back with the premier sports betting show, the Primetime Angles Live, with the one and only Pop DiBiase, the Primetime Capper. Let's go ahead and get into the state of the Lakers. And it's do or die day for my Lakers. And pretty much at the end of the day, lost by 30 last time out. Okay, pick your face up off the ground. Get focused in on today. AD is probably an 80% chance to play today. We got to wait for the final judgments, but I think he will be ready to play today. I think he says to the trainer, I don't care what you think today. I'm going to go out here and test it out, see what I can do. And if it hurts, I'll come to the side. But I'm going to come out here and show my team that I'm here to help them win this game. And the Lakers coming here as a slight favorite, minus 135. A lot of people are very enthralled with the fact that Phoenix could possibly win this game tonight as well, too. I think LeBron James has one more great game up his sleeve for this series, if not one, but two great games. And I think that tonight you'll have to get a big effort from Trez, Kuz, also Schroeder as well, too. You're going to need Keith to step it up as well. You're going to need Marcus Gall's veteran experience. And the Lakers need to really buckle down on the defensive end as well, too. Try to limit Booker as much as possible. Try to get beat by guys like Ayton and Chris Paul, but you can't get beat by Devin Booker. Devin Booker has been transcendent in this series. I thought that he was just another guy that was a stat pattern, but he is showing that he does want to win in this league, and I got to give him much props for that. So at the end of the day, the Lakers know what they got to do. They got to step it up. They can't turn back. The Lakers jump out to an early lead. They got to step on their neck and stay on their neck, because Game 6 is very pivotal towards the rest of the season. And if they win tonight, they'll be back Sunday playing against the Suns in Phoenix to try to close this series out. But all in all, tonight they got to win, or they're going home for the rest of until fall. So pretty much there it is with that. The Lakers, hey, it's do or die time. I don't need to talk that much. You guys know what time it is. It's time to step it up. It's time to be champions. Let's go. Let's see how it shakes out. State of the Lakers. Moving on. All right, we have ourselves another possible closeout game. The Nuggets coming here as a +5, +170 on the books as well, too. Blazers minus 200. And I think this will creep up a little bit because Dame had such a great game the other night. He did drop the double nickel as well, too. So a lot of people were very encouraged by what they saw with him. So I think at the end of the day, this winds up being one of the best games in the playoffs. But I possibly think that the Nuggets could actually cover in this game and actually close out this series. Because when you drop 55 points, 10 assists, and you still lose the game by 7 points, that goes to show me that your team is not 100% behind you. I know you have C.J. McCollum, he has Carmelo Anthony, Randy Covington, but these guys at the end of the day, they're not playing the way that they should be playing with Damian Lillard. He shouldn't be having to score so much. He drops 12 three-pointers, so that was 36 points in threes, and then drops 55 in total. So, you know, he has a big game, but he was looking for a big effort, somebody to come help him. And he has enough bullets in the artillery with the guys that he has as well, too. You know, bringing in Norm Powell was huge. And, you know, having Jerkic is huge as well, too. So, at the end of the day, the Blazers know exactly what they have to do. And they have to get into this, and they have to win this game, just like the Lakers tonight. So, possibly we'll get 2 Game 7s on Sunday. And the Blazers, just like with what I said about the Lakers, Blazers start early, and often they will win this game tonight. But if Denver gets the lead early in this game, they're going to go ahead and try to choke the Blazers out and get revenge from a few years back when they did lose in the West semis to the Blazers in 7 games. So this is a revenge game for Jokic in a sense, and he wants to get this one home, get this one out the way. But you know what? It's Dame time, and you know what? Dame refuses to lose, so this is going to be a hell of a game tonight. All right, there we are, Fubo TV. You guys go ahead and check them out. You guys get live TV and sports with that. You guys get 7 days free on me with the link down there, and you guys can go ahead and, you know, check out all the great sports. You guys can also check out all the great fights this weekend as well too, because Showtime is a part of this package as well. If you guys love horse racing, they got TVG 1 and 2. And then if you're a college sports fanatic, they have all the Power 6 conferences up here, all their networks as well too. So you guys check them on out. Fubo TV, for the low price of $55 a month, you guys get the whole world of television for a player price. So with that, you guys come on back, and we will be talking tickets when you get back as well too. So there it is. This is the premier sports betting show, the Primetime Angles Live.
Now you and your friends can compete in the sport of kings and win big with Stable Duel. Get the app, pick your horses, and get in on the thrill of horse racing with daily games competing against other players. Bring home the glory and the cash, and move up the annual leaderboard while you leave your competition in the dust. Get in the game with Stable Duel. Play, race, win.
Good News Only Racing Club, led by the legendary Doug O'Neill, the trainer of 2 Kentucky Derby winners and I'll Have Another and Nyquist. Also trained 2-time Breeders' Cup champ Golden Sense, who are just a part of a long list of thoroughbred champions trained by Doug O'Neill. The Good News Only Racing Club has a young core of horses to look out for in Dennis's Celery, Irish Heatwave, and Notre Dame, just to name a few. Win the day every day with the Good News Only Racing Club, a proud sponsor of the NFL Bet Exchange.
All right, we are back, and we are at the stretch drive of the show, and it's great that I say that because I'm not too far from Gulfstream Park. I'm actually in Hollandale Beach, Florida. As you guys can see, my hotel is right next to the highway as well, too. So pretty much I'm just over here trying to give you guys the whole beach view and everything like that. But I got a lot of noise in the background, so there's nothing I can do about it. So here we are talking tickets. All right, first Red Sox plus 115. We also have the Rangers minus 1.5, Tigers plus 1.5. Also over 8.5 with the Mariners and the Angels today as well. Under 8 with the Cubs and Giants. And then the Padres with the big chalk minus 175. But I like them tonight. So let's see how it goes. Let's see how it shakes out. And we move from there. We got the playoff double tonight. This is going to be a 4-1 ticket. I got plus 5 on the Nuggets tonight. And I also have the Lakers with the money line minus 135. So hopefully we can go ahead and get this bad boy home tonight and take care of these 2 doubles right here and get ourselves in good position to win the day, as my friend Doug O'Neill always likes to say. So pretty much you guys can go ahead and bet these games right here at UWager, where the world bets, and you guys use my promo code VSXPOP, and you guys will receive a 50% match deposit. So if you guys go ahead and put up $500, they'll match you with $250 free play, and your sports betting journey begins from there. Once again, UWager, where the world bets out. Use the promo code to get a 50% match deposit as well. And you guys already know what time it is. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in today. And you guys are the absolute best when it comes down to it. Miami, you've been my first day here. I flew in late last night. I'll be at the Versace Mansion, as I said, and within the next hour and everything like that, covering media day for Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul's exhibition bout that will be taking place on Sunday. You guys can order it on the Showtime app or on the Fan Mio app as well too, or on your local pay-per-view. But it will be a great event. You guys need to tune in just because it's going to be a great event. Chad Johnson makes his pro debut as well too against Brian Maxwell, and we also have a great fight between Jarrett Hurd and Luis Arias. So you guys make sure to tune in. There is going to be some real boxing going on as well. And I think that the main event's going to have some real boxing to it as well, too. The TBE, the TMT, will be back in full effect to give us a exhibition on how it's done with Boxing 101. So with that, I want to thank you guys so much. You guys are the absolute best. This is the premier sports betting show, the Primetime Angles Live with the one and only Pop DiBiase, the Primetime Capper. And I am done.
From the East and the West, you've heard others, but now you've tuned into the best. This is a Prime Wave Media production.